Alright, so in this video, I'll be doing a quick flip through of Writing the Classical Way by Eileen Cunningham. I discovered this as I was doing research on classical writing, and I talk more about that in another video. I'll link that above. These are independently published, just want to put that out there. These are her books that are recommended for 7th, 8th, and 9/10th grade. She also has classical quills for 5th and 6th graders. Those I most likely will be using, if not as curriculum for my younger two in the coming years, as supplements, because I am interested in the writing within a more structured form of writing. I think it's going to be really helpful for them. These, however, I did purchase it as I was looking for a curriculum that goes through the classical style of writing all in one book, as I am wrapping up using that writing style for my eldest, right? And I also talk about that in that video linked above. Anyway, in this video, I just want to do a quick flip through of this. This is a series where it uses the Progym system of writing all in one book. And as she goes through from Quills 1 through Writing the Classical Way level 3, a total of 5 different books. There's a teacher manual and also a student book for each. It goes through each exercise within Progymnasmata or Progymnasmata, whichever way you like to say it. And the excerpts or classical pieces that are used to go through and teach those exercises, they get more complex as you go through the series, right? Another book that I found similar that uses the whole Progym system in one is the Classical Rhetoric Through Structure and Style by IEW. The only difference is that that is written for more advanced students, and it is recommended for high school, but that book assumes that they already understand Progymnasmata. It doesn't really teach them. They just have exercises that uses, different elements within Progym. All right. Okay, so I'll focus on the flip through now. Just for price reference, these range between $32 and $40, whereas the Quills books, they range between $25 and $30, right? This, similar to the Classical Rhetoric Through Writing Structure and Style, by IW. It looks at Progym or uses Progym all within one book. That's the similarity. However, the difference is that Eileen Cunningham's books, and I'm sure there are probably others, but these are the ones that I have. She actually teaches each level or each exercise within Progymnasmata, whereas the Classical Rhetoric Through Structure and Style, which is geared for more advanced students, assumes that they understand Progym and they just work through some exercises at a high school level, right? So another thing to note is that these are heavily Christian, all right? So you have your table of contents. So you have the fable, and then similar setup to the quills. Then you have your definition and purpose of the fable. You have a think it through section, followed by parables in the Bible. As I said, it is heavily Christian. So it's more so if the style is something that might be able to work for you. Think it through section, followed by looking at characters in the Bible. Then they work at expanding a fable, where they are taught how it is to expand a fable by adding dialogue and description to a fable and that's how writers are able to expand on, say, an original fable. So they are taught how it is they can do that by working through a couple exercises, and then they have a few exercises on that topic. And they are also given a writing activity or an essay that they have to work on, but they are given a guide on how to accomplish that. And that is basically going to be the setup for this book as they work through the different Progym exercises. And all of the other books in this series is going to follow basically the same style, but it's going to get progressively challenging. All right, so they work through all the Progym. This is Writing the Classical Way 1, and this one is recommended for 7th grade. So now I'll just flip through 2 and 3. 2 is recommended for 8th grade, and 3 is recommended for 9/10th grade. You do see that the stories are getting a lot more, it's getting a lot longer, and now they are required to write more essays, but they are still given a guide to help them do that. And that is going to be the flow as they work through the different exercises. So if you are not intimidated by, reading through scriptures, like, teaching using a lot of scripture, this is going to be a perfect fit. If so, then this is probably not going to work for you. All right, so this is Writing the Classical Way, level 2. And this is the level 3, recommended for 9th or 10th grade. This one Alright, so this one, unlike the others, it just has chapters. I'm not sure if this was an error. But anyway, but it is the same setup. So I'm thinking that might have been a little bit of an error maybe. Not sure, but as you can see, we start with a fable. Very similar setup to levels 1 and 2, and also the Quills book. So now I'm interested to see, as we flip through, if it is the flow follows the previous levels, since it does not have that in the table of contents. Then again, they have an essay that they're going to work on at the end that's going to drive or really help them with learning how to write their own fables. Some think it through sections, followed with a lot of exercises and questions. And yes, it does follow the same flow. So we have narrative right after. So I think that the table of contents, that was probably an error of omission, maybe. Proverb, which is an exercise within for gymnastics. Yeah, that's interesting. It's funny, I was reading an article the other day where I was discussing the validity of Wikipedia. I don't know, I use Wikipedia a lot, I guess. Is the question if it's a good source of information, because I guess anybody can submit information to Wikipedia. But I have to do some more research of my own on that. But I don't know what this is about, but it's just that thought came up to my head as I saw the title there. But anyway, let's continue. So it is the same flow. The think it through sections, the exercises, the essays, it's a lot more challenging because this is for 9/10th graders. But the question would be, is like, would you be able to use something like this if it's, you know, it's basically teaching using more, you know, a lot of the Bible. Not only the Bible, but a lot of it. All right, so this is the Writing the Classical Way level 3, recommended for grades 9 or 10, right? So anyway, I'm going to close off this video here. Hopefully that was helpful. As I mentioned in the prior video, the Classical Quills book 1 and 2 for 5th and 6th graders, those I will be using in some form, whether a lot or, you know, just as a supplement. I would use those with my 3rd and 5th graders, probably in the next grade when they get into 4th and 6th grade. But I will be using. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you in another video. Bye.